Hello, welcome to the first edition of, the very first podcast of, the most interesting podcast. I mean, I should have started with a more, panache, with more flair, with more, I don't know, in a John Hancockian fashion, I guess. I should have started with, oh, welcome to the most interesting podcast. I just realized that's what I should have done, but I didn't. Actually, the whole thing, I wanted to do it the more, in the legit professional way. But then I realized, I figured, I didn't know, I thought it was all magic. But then apparently what you have to do is get a microphone, get a camera separately, and then somehow you have to sync it. That thing didn't even occur to me that you actually have to sync it. Or else, I don't know if there's a mixer, but it's just too much. I just don't have time, nor the patience, nor the money, and nor the energy for it. So I thought might as well just raw dog it. I just learned that word the other day. Just someone's blurted it out in the radio, and then I looked it up, and then... So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I also don't know what's the length of the timer is. I'm actually recording for a notepad, Samsung, I don't know, CE0168, whatever, notepad. And wait, didn't I have an iPad? Not an iPad, what do you call that? I think I had I don't know, I'm tripping. Yeah, I used to have an iPad. And then I had another, I don't know. I don't have good memory. I don't have... Actually, I think everyone has photographic memory, but that's another story for another day. Actually, we can discuss it today. Yeah, I think everyone remembers, I think I talked about it ad nausea in my other channels. Trust me, this is not my first rodeo. I'm trying to reinvent myself every 3 seconds, hoping that the elephant wouldn't notice it that is behind the lamppost, kind of like that. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, so I really wanted to do it like the legit way, like where you have at least not not a studio, but like at least it could have been this room, this my room, but at least you have your legit microphone and a camera and but no. We're not going that way. We might. I don't know. So I don't know what the topic's gonna be about this podcast. Yeah, I'm just doing this for fun, just like a diary, like a journal, or it's like a self therapy. Me talking like soliloquy for like the next 4 hours. No, I don't know, not 4 hours. It will feel like 4 hours. Yeah, I don't think I can even. I don't even listen to myself. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's cringe. What is cringe? What is that like? What is the definition? Like when someone cringes, but like what is the vibe of cringe? What does it mean? It's cringeworthy. Nowadays, I think it's overused. Obviously, it's overused. Like anything can So you like hockey? That's so cringy. I don't know why I do that. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. Yeah, I took hell bunch of acid and Dimitri and crocodile and shrooms, and I have a Rubik's cube in front of on my desk, unsolved one. I actually know how to solve it, but it takes me 10 minutes. It's like I solved the first 2 layers, I think. Did I? Oh no, I don't know. Wait. Yeah, we can do that for our first podcast. Solve a Rubik's Cube from a semi-fucked up position, right? What I'm talking. So if the first 2 layers are not done, that's because the first layer is not done. Shit. Okay. This is awkward. I actually did that. I was that guy who would go to the restaurant with a friend and then say, hey, let me show you something. And then be scrolling for 20 minutes and leaving her hanging. I actually did that. So it's that awkward moment right now. Okay, let me see. It's first. No, wait. Face, up, right, up inverse, right inverse, face inverse. So you have to make a cross. You have to make a cross, yellow cross. Wait. Okay, so and then the RUR, right, up, right inverse, up, right inverse. Oh God. Okay, right, up. Oh, I can't talk. Right, up. Oh shit. See, I fucked it up. Shit. Yeah. Fuck this. Oh my God. All right. So it's like, let's see how awkward we can make this. Make this moment. Yeah. So what are we gonna talk about? I don't know. I want it to be as random, as spontaneous, as stream of consciousness-y as possible, and like I don't know. Yeah, I actually thought of naming it like a lot of things, like Encyclopedic Mind podcast, Know It All podcast, Omniscience podcast. Basically, yeah, it's always my dream to have an encyclopedic mind, or even with like discuss, like talk with people, have a discussion with people with like the mastery of their craft and the trade, like who like it could be anything, like I don't know, like bricklayer, or like I don't know, like a taxi driver, like, or I don't know, like a palmist, even palmist. Like what did you learn from reading 10,000 palms? I should have a book called Collecting All the Palms, the Trees. So yes, yeah, it's not a ripoff, I promise. that's like my introductory. That's how I introduce myself, like my products, and like yeah, like I'm not a snake oil salesman. It's not a ripoff. I have to express myself with negatives all the time. It's like I'm not a bad guy. Wait, what does that mean? Not a bad guy, so not a good guy. Okay, got it. Yeah, I don't know. Awkward. Imagine if this was actually a conversation and a date. I would like rambling like this, and then the other person would be just sitting there like a stoic, like John Cage. Remember 433? You guys all know John Cage, right? This composer who just basically sits there. Everyone comes. He just sits there for 4 minutes 33 seconds, and it's all. And apparently, it's very zen. You're supposed to, like, the theory is, even if you're not hearing anything, you're still hearing things. I'm sure it's in the popular culture steeping with this knowledge. So I'm not. I probably think I'm sounding smart, but I'm not. So, but now I think I'm sounding smart by admitting that I'm trying to sound smart, but I'm not sounding smart, and the fact that I'm stuttering, is better. It's like it's obviously 10,000 times better when there's another person. You have a report going, but yeah, this solo road or hot dogging fucking podcast shit. It's like going nowhere. It's like you can talk about anything. I don't even know what to talk about. Rubik's Cube, like it was this guy called, what's this guy name? Hungarian guy, right? His name was Rubik's? I wonder what's the backstory is behind him, and the biography and everything, the whole story behind him. I'm sure there's this. There's also this Hungarian guy who invented the Lajlo something, I don't know. What is it? No. The hologram. Yeah. And then there is this Hungarian. I'm trying to activate my Hungarian file in my memory, in my folder, in my R whoosh library. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. It's an experiment to see how the least professional podcast in the world. Let's see how we can make it the most awkwardy, most nerdy, most random, most. But as long as it is interesting, that's all I care about. But what is interesting? Yeah, I also want to watch that. Like, I think, yeah, there's another thing I'm gonna watch after I finish this is the most interesting man, the guy. I think they changed it, so there's I think even a compilation of all the most interesting man commercials. I think that was a brilliant campaign. Yeah, I mean, I don't drink, so I mean, yeah, allegedly. Well, I don't. I mean, but I obviously I tried alcohol. It's just not for me. I mean, some things like it's just yeah. Yeah, yes, humans. I pity you. I pity you, all you Yale alcoholics. I pity your misery, you teetotaler. What does a teetotaler mean? Someone who abstains from alcohol, right? Yeah. English is not my first language. No hablo inglés. Je ne parle pas anglais. Awkward. Awkward every time. Take a drink every time the moment gets awkward. And then you'll be, I don't know, Charlie Sheen. Was he an alcoholic too, as well as a coke addict? I don't know. Apparently, coke. I never did coke. I don't drink. So apparently, coke and alcohol goes together, right? For somebody, it's like the version of the hippie speedball, I guess. The where you balance out a caffeine with joint, or like even L-theanine, like you're trying to get a, I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not from that world, I guess. I'm not elite enough. Yeah, I don't want to talk about drugs or anything. Yeah, I'm not just. It's just so these topics are so done to that, done to that. My Bangladeshi Indian accent. I just outed myself. I couldn't hold the facade any longer. Like Makina ex Makina. I just can't. Yeah, I'm Sean Parker here. I'm Chad Davidson. Like just kind of. So at some point, the skin shall melt and like. So I should just continue in my real normal Indian accent. I'm gonna continue. It's that when you ask the IT guy who's like, yeah, this is Chad, and I'm like, and then finally he's like, and then you have to like, you finally, I don't know. Yeah, it's like, no, what's your name, really? Yes. Really, what's your name? Come on, man. I can hear the sound of the rickshaws or like the taxis of in Mumbai and Bangalore, man. My ears, the soundscape in my mind is so bionically enhanced. I can just by the drop of a pen, I can just like Sherlock Holmes, I can just instantly decode where you're from. Yeah. Okay. Awkward moment number 9. I think it's probably I'm underestimating it. Okay, let's not make it more self-deprecatory. Yeah, let's just do some Wim Hof breathing. I was watching this the Storo like long time ago the Storo. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like overanalyzing myself. Fellow skepsis is too high in me right now. So yeah, Storer, those guys, those parkour guys, or like those extreme parkour. Yeah, well, some of them actually do Wim Hof breathing before they actually try one of those things, and they build up to it. Like they started. I always wanted to memorize this dictionary. Like, let me show you. I think everyone who knows me knows it already. But so like this whole thing, this is just one volume. There are like 20 volumes like that, and this one is like probably 1,200 pages. Like I think 56 million words or something characters. Well, I don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, it's not gonna get done. It's never gonna get done. No one can do it. Even though those Buddhist scholars, I think someone they can Tripitaka, I think, or like whatever their their Bible or whatever their Torah is, they can memorize. I don't know what the Buddhist is. It Tripitaka or what is it? I don't know. Look it up, Jamie. I think it's, I don't know. Pali Canon. I don't. They have to memorize something like I don't know some Buddha. Like there are a lot of Buddhist texts. I don't know what they're the main. And then the Mahayana Theravada. Like I'm sure each lineage has their own Bhagavad Gita. I guess their Bible or whatever. I don't know. Like I don't know I still don't know the. I'm not a Buddha head. I haven't delved balls deep into Buddhism. But yeah, the difference between Mahayana and Theravada is like, I don't know what. Theravada is the forest monk, right? Mahayana is the great path. I think is it that the Mahayana who believes that you should not forsake your fellow brethren and go back to enlighten them after you yourself, even though you attain nirvana? I guess so. I wonder what time it is. So I'm recording in a notepad propped up next to against my monitor, and there are cops coming after me. I'm breaking my parole by communicating with the human world right now. Knock knock. Truman Show. Speaking of Truman Show, Hassan Minhaj did in his last when it was a reference to Truman Show. I didn't get that. I mean, when he did the Daily Show thing, and he left whatever. Awkward moment number 10. Kelvin. I don't know what because I was thinking of what is awkward minus 10, awkwardness of minus 10, and then scale of Kelvin. This is how my brain works. This is how my magnificent, my Tesla-esque. See, now Einstein is no longer considered the genius anymore. Like the Tesla is the big. He's like the real. He's like the game. It's like if Einstein is 50 Cent, then Tesla is like the game. It was like when back in the days when 50 was all like he was a big shot, and then all of a sudden the game came, and for 2 weeks I think he topped the charts with his West Side Story and what's that called? Crips, blood, SS, Asians, Dominican Republic, Latins getting disciple. What one is that? Is it like documentary? No, documentary was the album, and this one was the West Side Story. I don't know. West Coast Story. West Side Story? Is there I don't know. Pull that up, Jamie. Yeah, it's basically podcast is basically talking to yourself for like for 1 hour at gunpoint. That's what basically solo podcast is. I don't know. Unless you're Bill Barr, you can do it. Unless you're Bill Barr, you can do that. Unless who else? Alan Watts, obviously. Ajahn Brahm, I think I mentioned those in my alternate YouTube channels. Yeah, so go down that rabbit hole. Or you Zeeshan Mahmud heads. I know some of you stalkers are out there. Fucking 90-year-old Bob from freaking Nebraska. Like, yeah, I'm sure he has a shrine of me in his like next to his war memorial from like with this purple heart and like other medals and okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Shut up! People should shut up more. I think I talked about it. I mentioned it already to 3 people, but there was this guy who didn't speak for 17 years. He took a vow of silence. Yeah, he was an environmental activist, and there's a TED talk about it. Yeah, that's interesting. That's what most interesting man would have done if he like. No, but he's not into those kind. What are the things that I wonder if he was basically modeled after Chuck Norris, or like, I don't know. How did this whole Chuck Norris thing start? From Lever, like remember the Lever, Conan O'Brien Lever? I know it didn't start from there. Like I'm just saying, like yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't have to justify. I don't have to justify myself in my own podcast. Okay, awkward moment number 12. Uh, yeah. See, that's the thing. The latitude is too much. The leeway, like the leeway has to do with the lee. There's the side of the mountain or like the sea. I think lee means like what? There's this side, right? And there is the ultramontane, and there's this I don't know cismontane. Yeah, cis. I was looking at the dictionary, the same dictionary yesterday, and then there's no cisgender. So it's a. I mean, it's not in the dictionary. So it was a 1989 edition. So I'm sure this is a recent invention, obviously. Oh, but still, it could be invented in the 90s too. I mean, some of this feminist and woke bullshit actually goes goes a lot earlier than we give them credit for. Actually, like 1950, like bra burning and suffragette movement, like. But those aren't those. I mean, obviously they weren't crazy and lunatics back then. But I mean, who knows? Maybe in their standard, their Steven Crowder, who would that be? I don't know. Franz Marc. What? Why would Franz Marc be their Steven Crowder? Answer me, Zeeshan. Why would Franz Marc? What you just wanted to say Franz Marc, huh? Just to sound pretentious, huh? Just to say, oh, I know an order. I know about the blue cow, the blue rider, the blue rider, the blue rider movement. Oh well, check it out. Look at me. Look how cool I am. Look how I'm the Jordan of Wikipedia of knowledge of fucking nerdism. I know everything. Fucking living, walking Wikipedia. Yeah, that's like that is my yeah. I want that to be my MO for a long time, like my shtick, like yeah, fucking yeah. But then my fantasy is like you're like a 99-cent store, like fucking shopping for fucking batteries and shit. And then somebody talks about, oh, do you know where is? Actually, this happened today. I swear to God, this happened today. This lady, we went to the store, and then this lady came asking for moringa, and like my mind just completely drew blank. Even though I know it looks like a powder from a leaf, but I don't know what's it used for. But yeah, that's what book knowledge does. Shit, I know. I looked at it. I used to like. I'm sure I looked at some Darling Kindersley book on moringa. I'm sorry, and on herbs and like valerian root. Like I can rattle out all the names, but I have no idea how they're. Yeah, the depth is not there. I mean, even though I may sound like a know-it-all, the depth is not there. It's not there. There. Yeah, the depth is not there. So don't bow down yet. Awkward moment number 19. Yeah, let's do a jump. Let's do a like a prime number jump. Is 19 prime? Yeah, I don't know. You know, like how the crickets. Speaking of crickets, you know how the crickets the temperature is related to the price, like a prime number shit. I don't know. Now I'm trying to access my fucking what's that guy's name? The Indian guy who wrote about it, I think. And he also wrote the book on Farmer's Last Theorem. Simon Singh? Yeah. Yo, shit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I still got it. Simon Singh. I just pulled it out right out of nowhere. Out of thin air. But yeah, so he was the guy. And also, and Paul Nahin, I think, wrote the book on -1, or square root of -1. Imaginary number, I guess. And, Simon Singh, he also wrote the biography of Zero. That's probably, I don't know, who cares? Who cares? I care. This has to be the most nerdiest podcast ever. I want to make it the most nerdiest podcast. Why can't you say that's like, yeah, that's like most nerdiest. That's like two superlatives you cannot say at the same time, but why? Why? Says who? Awkward moment number 25. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I want to talk about Mahalar cardinal just to sound pretentious and like as if I have a PhD in mathematics and cardinal number in ordinal mathematics. It's like the thought process was basically, awkward number 23, and then you step it up. But how much can you step it up? Well, there is this Mahler cardinal number, like a Mahler inconsistency, and then there is this fucking Kuhnen inconsistency. There is this fucking like you go up the staircase of numbers. There's Aleph null, and then there is this what, and it's all bullshit. It's all mathematical fucking mumbo jumbo bullshit, dude. It's like how abstract. It's like abstraction of abstraction, basically. Yeah, dizzying heights of abstraction. Dizzying heights of abstraction, Conan. I can already sense the comments. You think you're funny, but you're not. You should just quit. I can already see the Karens of the YouTube Karens like point this out. I don't know why I'm doing that. There's this my notepad cover is scratched. I thought I'll just, if I scratch it even further, then somehow the scratch will disappear. That's how my mind works actually. I don't know if I should wrap it up. The good thing is it didn't die on me yet, or probably didn't record the whole thing. I don't know. That's the thrill of it. This is the podcast high I get, because I don't know the thrill of whether how this is the Night Watch would turn out. Is that Night Watch or Night Watchman? The Rembrandts? Damn, I just outed myself again. That I'm a fake. I'm a fakir. Fake and fakir, they're related. The fakery, like because the fakir used to do this razor blades. Do not attempt at home. Legal disclaimer, I have to give that. Because some dumb fuck would actually, because that's what you do. You type in most interesting podcast, what to do in case you swallow fucking razor blades, and then you pull it out of your ass. Okay, anyways, so I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know. I'm so sorry for making it. Yeah. Why am I apologizing? You think you're funny, but you're not. You should just stick to bakery. Yeah, and be the M&M of baguette making, like fucking. Like what are the breads? I actually have a picturepedia next to me, and apparently they're breads. There's like a lot of what? That didn't make sense. No, apparently there's a page. Yeah, it says encyclopedia on every page, and apparently there's a page on there. They're like all kinds of breads. Let me pull that out. Yeah, pull that out, Jeremy. So it's this, and I love this. I'll much rather read this than that shit over there, that Oxford English Dictionary, because it's so visual. See, that's why I think it's brilliant. It's whoever created this deserves like 10 out of 10. And they're not paying me or anything. I'm not being endorsed by them. So yeah, where's the bread page? Let's just be specific, but it's beautiful. It is. There is encyclopedia in every page, and it's so colorful. It's I think Smithsonian, Darling, Kindersley, and snakes. I'm afraid of snakes actually, but I just gave away my secret. Now you're gonna fucking blackmail me. Oh shit! I'm gonna edit that out. I'm scared of Lamborghini. There, send me a Lamborghini. Sell me a Lamborghini. But I'm not that afraid of snakes, actually. Ophidiophobia. Bread. See? It's that awkward moment where at the restaurant where you leave people hanging. And you look for that. This actually happens. I'm sure I'm not the only one who fucking does it. 34. I'm sure you don't even have to be an uber nerd to actually do it. Like it's just probably a guy thing too. Like a pasta or the bread. Here we go. We got whole wheat roll bread, Picos rolled bread, skillet bread, piragi from Latvia, Parker House rolls, brioche. Let's give you a look. I don't wanna. Brioche bagels, grissini, fantan, pretzels, brioche, Nanterre loaf from France, Nanterre. Pumpernickel from Germany, 7-grain bread from US, whole wheat cottage loaf from UK, seeded rye bread from Russia, pugliese bread from Italy, Barmbrack from Ireland, Anadama bread from US, gluten-free brown bread from US, Fugas from France, Hefekranzlof from Austria, Gozlem from Turkey, pizza from Italy, Focaccia, yeah, let's insult all the countries while we're naming them. Well at it. Mantou steamed bread from China, Mantou steamed bread from China, Hefezer from Germany. I'm probably the worst person when it comes to impression of accents, I think. Pain l'ancien from France, soda bread. Why Ireland sounds like Indian? Soda bread from Ireland, party bread from Germany, pan di patate from Italy, sourdough loaf from. I know I'm boring you, and lamb is like, what? Shut up. Okay, anyways, Zoff from Switzerland, white loaf. Yeah. Yes, I'm that guy. I'm that auntie in the Bengali parties who's like, okay, I know you hate this poem, but I'm gonna fucking recite it to the end, and it's like 10 minutes long. And like, okay, anyways, yeah, so I think I memorized all the breads today. Thank you, podcast. Oh, there's also more. Pandoro bread from Italy, hot cross buns from UK, Ciambella, mandorlata from Italy, Easter panettone from Italy, sureki from Greece, stolen from Germany. So it's basically those kind of challa from Middle East, matzo from Jewish Middle East. Okay, so we covered other naan, pide from Turkey, pita bread from Middle East, flatbread, crisp bread, tortilla. Now, how many can you name now? Let's try. I don't know. Shit. Let me see if I'm really like who I think I am. Let's see how the level of arrogance of my Dunning-Kruger syndrome is. Like fucking, I don't know. Brioche, zonf. Is that a zonf? Pita. Let's start with the easy ones. Pita, naan, brioche, panettone from Greece, zonf or whatever. I don't know. I started because it stood up. That was the last thing that had the impression in me before I closed the book. I don't know, man. You have to relax. See, I can go hyper right now, and I'm not even coffeeed up as much as I am trying to be, I guess. Yeah, there's this. I don't know. My short-term memory is jacked up for some reason. Wink, wink. I don't know what breast. Who cares? Context is everything. I'm sure if someone said offer like, but yeah, if someone offered $10,000, could I recall all of them? I don't know. There is this pan de something. There is this shit. Barmbek? Is this a Barmbek or something? From Germany? There's a Chala from Middle East. I don't know. Probably it's there in the subconscious, and you have to go to hypnotize myself and go give them auto suggestion, and that'd be amazing to see. Someone should do that live, like how much subconscious actually remember and under what condition hypnosis, forensic hypnosis. There you go. That's my interest, my niche actually. Is photographic memory, subconscious learning, forensics, hypnosis, blah 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 blah. I don't know. Welcome to the least professional podcast in the world. I'm your host Zeeshan Mahmud, and now we start. It's like a boot camp, man. you thought the podcast already started. Now we're really going balls deep in it. Fuck shit. Now I'm gonna If you are bored to death enough, now I'm gonna bore you again. My Indian and my Bangladeshi Indian accents coming. You're not bored to death enough. You're not bored to death. Why do they speak like they have Shupari in their mouth all the time? Maybe they do. Maybe they did a whole lot of fucking Shupari. Does Shupari get you high? What is Shupari? It's the betel nuts, right? Shupari. Yeah. Should I end it on that note? Did I bore you enough, ladies and gentlemen? Do subscribe and put a like. Is that the thing? Like before, like people were saying, like give a like. It was like it became cringy to say we give a like, but then to counter that, now you do say give a like just to be like anti cringy, and then you say don't give a like. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling. I think that's enough. I think I tortured you enough for like 30 minutes. I guess 30 minutes of wasting your time. Yeah. All right, peace.